The hype over hyper-productivity is dead. News articles everywhere are announcing that 100 UK companies have now switched to a 4-day work week with no pay cut. This is huge. The 5-day work week was actually created by Henry Ford in 1927 to oppose a 6-day work week, where employees had their schedule drop down to 5 days a week with no pay cut. And we are experiencing a similar shift today taken by these 100 companies in the UK. If you work in a corporate job, if you're working a 5-day work week, you must know that the work that you get done in that week could probably be done in less time. A big reason that this is happening in the UK for these companies is because a lot of these workers are remote already, so it's mostly in tech industries, so this is actually going to cut down the expenses of the company. However, we can probably get the same amount of work done in much less time if we were working efficiently and effectively. Lately, I've been practicing work sprints because you can get into this deep level of work without having to work a full hour day and actually accomplish more. But the reason I'm making this video is because it's a reminder to myself and to you guys that we do not need to be hyper productive. When I'm living in the US, I always fall into this pattern of needing to work all the time. I even work on weekends, I work late at night, I'm just constantly thinking about work. And as I've shifted into being a full-time entrepreneur, this hasn't really gotten better. In some ways it's gotten worse, but I do remind myself very frequently that I need to get out of it and I need to play more. It really is when you play that you get those creative ideas and that you actually make more progress because you're thinking bigger and you're expanding. Which brings me to my next point. This weekend in Miami, it is Art Basel. I've always wanted to go to Art Basel. It's been on my bucket list for the past few years and I kept putting it off because something came up. Last year I was living in Vancouver. The year before I had just gotten back from living in Tulum and I was just tired and working my full-time corporate job and not in the right headspace. But this year, for some reason, I have every ability to go to Art Basel, but I was saying, no, I should be good and stay home and be productive and work. But that does not align with my career, that doesn't align with my videos, with what I stand for and my values. I always talk about how you need that balance in your life, and that's why I'm making this video, because I'm gonna practice that balance. And today I'm gonna book a one-way to Miami. I'm going to attend Art Basel for a couple days and I'm gonna mark it off my bucket list. I'm gonna enjoy my time there. And honestly, it's always in these trips that are spontaneous and that I don't plan, and where people are really gathering for creativity, art, music, and all these things, that I meet the best people, I have the best experiences, and it actually ends up catapulting me forward. So let's book this flight, let's go to Miami, and let's go see what this is gonna all be about. Just booked my flight. My friend Malak is coming. She's also in my Oaxaca vlogs. Let's freaking go. I have one more day in Austin. I'm gonna teach a yoga class tomorrow and get a lot of work done so that way in Miami I can have some fun. I'll see you guys at the airport. I am back from Miami. I had an incredible quick trip. It was so fun. Like, I think that we forget that it's important to take these trips where you just play. I didn't really create too much content. I did film a bit and I made a couple TikToks, but I wanted to take this trip to play and to let go and just be present. But while I wasn't creating content, I still was productive. Like, meeting these people, experiencing these things, it got my brain going, it got me inspired. Music was incredible. You guys know I love techno. I went to Afterlife, I went to Mayan Warrior, I went to Music On, I went to the Soho House there, which was super fun. I also got to catch up with some of my best friends who are really like family to me. When I was in Tulum a couple years ago, there were some people who also were living there, and we became so bonded through experiences and just life in general over there that we pick up where we left off wherever we are in the world. When I was in Istanbul earlier this year, I caught up with my friend Abby, who lives in Florida. So I saw her, I saw my friend Adam. A lot of these people are on my YouTube channel already, so I got to see them and spend really good quality time with them, which was really nice. I explored Miami a bit. If you guys are interested in Miami, I do have a couple other videos on Miami, and I also have a Miami itinerary available right now. I don't know how long it's going to be available for because I'm releasing a series called Hotspots. So I'm going to be creating itineraries for every single city that I've gone to and that I've been to. And these are all of the best places to go, experience, and kind of the if you know places. So stay tuned for that, but my Miami itinerary will be on my Instagram until then, so go check it out there. And if it's not, it'll be in my Hotspot series, which will be linked down below. I go to places where life takes me. People often ask me how I decide where I go, and it's where my friends are. It's where there's something that is pulling me towards, and Basel was kind of that. Everything fell together. I got to stay at my friend Bryson's place, who I was just in Barbados with. It was honestly a really seamless trip, and it was so good to just go for a weekend. My work didn't fall apart. I'm about to record a podcast with the Offbeat Life podcast right now. I started teaching yoga last week. I'm still teaching this week. Everything is moving, but I just got to have a little break and experience all of that. Overall, my trip was incredible. Art Basel was really fun. I don't know if I'm going to return to Art Basel just because it is super crowded, and I do like Miami when it is a little less busy, because it always is busy. But I had an amazing time. It was an experience for the books. If you have any questions about my trip, leave them down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.